Kinsey Lewis, and this is my critical analysis speech on November 28, 2013, and this is my audience. Imagine for a moment that you were here when women didn't have any rights. You have just recently learned how women have different rights than others and were expected to do more than they are now. No, things aren't like that now. You just smile and appreciate that laws have been passed so things aren't the way they used to be. Today I chose to identify a speech given by Hillary Rodham Clinton about the United Nations Fourth World Conference on Women plenary session. Hillary Clinton gave this speech as a celebration of the contributions women make in everyday aspects of life, in the home, on the job, in the community, as mothers, wives, sisters, daughters, learners, workers, citizens, and leaders. She spoke because she felt that women had rights. She had this celebration to focus world attention on issues that matter most in our lives and the lives of women and their families. Access to education, health care, jobs and credit, the chance to enjoy basic legal and human rights, and to participate fully in the political life of our country. Hillary said, "I want to speak up for mothers who are fighting for good schools, safe neighborhoods, clean air, and clean airwaves. For older women, some of the widows who find that after raising their family, their skills and life experiences are not valued in the marketplace. For women who are working all night as nurses, hotel clerks, or fast food chefs so that they can be at home during the day with their children. And for women everywhere who simply don't have time to do everything they are called upon to do each and every day. I feel that this speech was given with a purpose. I feel that Hillary believed strongly in women's rights and wanted to stand for what she thought was right. I do feel that Hillary achieved this purpose. Regardless of if anything was done because of what she said, she wanted everyone to hear what she thought was right. She felt that her right was to speak freely and to be heard. Hillary Clinton had a very effective speech. She was able to go into detail about what she thought about women and their rights. When she spoke clearly and had a good flow to her speech. She knew who her audience was and spoke clearly about the subject. She told about the conflict she had with women's rights and gave context on why she didn't agree. Overall, I thought that Hillary Clinton gave a very effective speech. I feel that she spoke strongly and believed what she believed and stuck with it throughout her whole speech. Today I'd like to answer 3 questions that can help you better understand how women used to be treated compared to the way things are now. First, how women were treated. Second, the violation of human rights. And third, how things have changed from then until now. Knowing the answer to these 3 questions can help you realize what all women have to be thankful for today and how different we are treated. The first thing I want to talk about today is how women used to be treated compared to how things are now. There are 2 sources, the things women gave up to take care of their family and the things women went through. Hillary said in her speech, "Speaking to you today, I speak for them, just as each of us speaks for women around the world who are denied the chance to go to school or see a doctor or own property or have a say about the direction of their lives simply because they are women. The truth is that most women around the world work both inside and outside the home, usually by necessity. Today, women, or anyone of that matter, is not denied to go to school, see a doctor, own their own property, or have anyone tell them how to live their life. Also today, the majority of women work full-time jobs and manage their own homes as well. Many times, in fact, most of the time, this is out of necessity, but at least they are able to choose from many careers and have many job opportunities. The next question that comes to mind is, what was the violation of human rights? There were 7 ways women had their rights violated. Hillary said in her speech, "It is a violation of human rights when babies are denied food, or drowned, or suffocated, or their spines broken simply because they are born girls. It is a violation of human rights when women and girls are sold into the slavery of prostitution for human greed, and the kinds of reasons that are justified to practice should no longer be tolerated. It is a violation of human rights when women are doused with gasoline, set on fire, and burned to death because their marriage dowries are deemed too small. It is a violation of human rights when individual women are raped in their own communities and when thousands of women are subjected to rape as a tactic of prize of war. It is a violation of human rights when a leading cause of death worldwide among women ages 14 to 44 is the violence they are subjected to in their own homes by their relatives. It is a violation of human rights when young girls are brutalized by the painful and degrading practice of genital mutilation. It is a violation of human rights when women are denied the right to plan their own families, and that includes being forced to have abortion or being sterilized against their own will. 19th paragraph of American Rhetoric. We've talked about how women used to be treated compared to the things now and the violation of women's rights. Finally, I want to talk about how different there are two main things that have changed. One, the things women had to do and their rights. Two, more jobs that are better paying so the women are staying in the home. I never realized how things were different until Hillary said this in her speech. It is also a coming together, much the way women came together every day in every country. We came together in fields and factories, in village markets and supermarkets, in living rooms and boardrooms. Whether it is while playing with our children in the park, or washing our clothes in the river, or taking a break at the office water cooler, we came together and talked about our aspirations and concerns. Back then, women didn't have the things we have now. We don't have to meet in a field or factory. We have many more places to meet than they did. We have more things to be appreciative of today than they did then. We have better paying jobs that are not only for the men but for women also. Women does not have to just work in the home. We have a variety of choices for many different people today, men or women. Today I've identified 3 key aspects of the way women used to be treated. 1, how women used to be treated compared to now. 2, the rights of women that were violated. And 3, how things are different. Recall that feeling you had when you didn't have the rights you have now. You had no choice but to stay at home and work in the home all day. Remember that things may not always go your way, but simply appreciate the things you have in life and the rights you have as a woman. Thank you.